Who's for the chop? Part Deux. Right, so they say that you should create content that you enjoy yourself, and I find amusement in this, finding out what karma people who have wronged me are going to get. So, much like me, if you've dealt with an awful lot of backstabbing, bitching, trying to pull you down, you can play along too. Alternatively, if it's something a lot lighter, such as, I don't know, you're playing a game. Who's going to be the first to get knocked out? Or like I said in part one, job redundancies, bit macabre, don't get me wrong, but now I do have to state that if you've done me wrong and you don't believe that you are part of round one, then you can kind of calm it down a little bit, because they were the main protagonists. So one of them is going to be made a very clear example of by source. If you think you might be in round two, then you've been something pretty nasty, and we'll see what comes out. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm paranoid. Maybe you haven't done me wrong. I'm obviously not going to say who's who and who's not. Get down. You're gonna receive some karma if you're not careful, you horrible little rat. Yeah. So let's find out. So I'm gonna start with person one. So get person one clearly in your mind. Don't climb right out. The little Anunnaki beast was trying to save you all. Unfortunately, there is no saving you from karma. So let's get person one clearly in our mind. We'll just recalibrate. Right. So person one. What is their karma? What is their downfall going to be? All right, get them back together. Six of Cups in the reverse, so Lord of Pleasure. So this person is going to slowly lose all the pleasure in their life. Person two. Shuffle. It's fun, this, isn't it? Right, so Lord of Despair and Cruelty. Nine of Swords. Person three. Two of Cups, Lord of Love. Now, the person that I've got in my mind isn't particularly been out on the rampage. So, ironically, their karma is to find love. Now, you might say, well, that's not receiving karma, but I suppose in this sense, because of what I'm thinking of, they're going to fall in love, which is a good thing. It's a nice thing, don't get me wrong. But it's going to make them move away from this shit show that they've been involved in. So person three, that would indicate to me that you've been less involved in trying to take me out. So you've got a semi-reward. I'm going to say a semi-reward, right? Person four, please. No, we're not playing ball. The Emperor in the reverse. Interesting. Now, we had this in round one, and yeah, it's either the downfall of some kind of empire that they've been trying to build, or they're gonna unleash and reveal all their real toxicity. Now, because of the person that I have in my mind, I'm going to say that they've been trying to build some kind of empire, possibly off the back of somebody else, and that is going to crumble. Oops, excuse me. Right, final one, person five. Ten of Wands in the reverse, Lord of Oppression. Right, so what this feels like is, so with this card here, I always see this as a bit of a kind of lattice, a gate, right? Now, ironically, this person might have been, no, I'm not going to say that. Basically, their oppressive ways, because I know, I've got something in my mind, they're very controlling. They like to tell people what to do. They like to tell people where they can and can't go. So that rule of oppression is coming to an end. Okay. So yeah, there we go. So person 3, like I say, you've been up to some silly behaviour, don't get me wrong, but because it's not been anything really nasty and horrible, you've got love coming in, okay, which, like I say, is going to take you away from what you've been focused on. So you're getting removed from the spiritual community, I feel. But it's because you're going to fall in love. Now, as I always say, when I'm doing my return to sender, for example, I do say, if the people kind of repent their sins, they take their karma, then they can be filled with love and light and return back to the matrix. And it feels like that's what's happening to you. So well done, person number 3. Not too much heavy involvement. Well, the rest of you, unfortunately, you're a bit fucked, aren't you? So there you go. That's round 2. There's lots of people who have fucked me over in the past. So we will continue with these. Like I say, people might say it's a little bit dark. Well, they say that anyway about me, don't they? So I might as well amuse myself with these. And yeah, we'll carry on. If you do enjoy it, then do drop a comment saying karma or something along those lines. And I'll see you on the next one. May the odds ever be in your favour. Ta-ta.